Hey folks, how's it going? This is Iron Seagull here, back with another video on my wedding stories. So this game pack is now available for everyone, so this one is the final software. This video is going to be all about all the Create-A-Sim items that you get with my wedding stories. Of course, as usual, it is very biased towards feminine fashion for adults. Once again, not that much for children or toddlers. But I do like a lot of what is here. Some really beautiful pieces coming from multiple cultures, and some really beautiful swatches to go with them. Without further ado, let's get right into it, starting with the women's items. They have a total of 6 different hairstyles, though one is just one hairstyle with 3 variations. But yeah, this really big afro is nice. I had to make sure to zoom out so I could really get all of it in the frame there. And then there's this really nice bun hairstyle, very pretty. And this short hair as well, which I think also looks pretty nice. It's also kind of funny, has like plumb bobs on the headband. Then we come to the hairstyle with 3 variations. So the first one has a veil that changes its color with the hair color. Then we have just the regular one without a veil. And then we have one with the veil that is always white no matter what the hair color is. I do like this hairstyle a lot, but it does look quite similar to one from Outdoor Retreat, but with better textures in my opinion, and the hair part being a little bit different. I think I get why they did the veil this way, because if they made it a separate accessory, then it would probably clip with a lot of different hairstyles, which I have definitely seen with custom content before. But they should have at least had a short hairstyle with a veil too, not just a long one. We do have a veil attached to a hijab though, so I think that's really nice. It was an interesting surprise to me considering how much of this pack focuses on Chinese and Indian cultures. The accessories I think are pretty well done. We have this nice pair of flower earrings, we have what I believe is called a nath, which is part of Indian culture. Yeah, very nice, very well done. And we also have this really nice earring that, yeah, it has some really interesting swatches going for that as well. We have this necklace with a variety of different colors, but they also added boutonnieres, which I find very interesting because they're a separate accessory. So I guess they did this one as a separate accessory because they are much smaller, so with clipping it wouldn't be nearly as bad. You saw a little bit earlier with that top, it did float a little bit, but it's not really meant to be used with boutonnieres anyways, so if you do pair this with a suit, then it looks way better. And we have 4 different types of boutonnieres, and well, I don't think I have any complaints about any of them, and they have a decent amount of colors too. Then we have the makeup, which I think overall looks decent. I mean, I don't really have too much to say about them, but yeah, it is nice that we got some more makeup, especially for a wedding pack. Next we have the tops. The first one is actually the first half of a lehenga, I believe it's called, and so we'll see the bottom part of it later. But this is so gorgeous. I had to zoom in on the back because the cutout looks really nice, and the strings are actually 3-dimensional. And the swatches I think overall look really pretty. We also have a suit top with a tie, and I love some of the swatches on that one, especially with the flowers. Moving on to the bottoms, we just have the bottom half of the lehenga, which has swatches matching with the top half, and when they're just put together, I think it just looks really stunning. Then we have quite a few full body outfits, which does make a lot of sense for this pack. So we have one outfit for the flower shop owner, which only comes in one swatch for some reason. And then we have this dress that just looks really nice. And this is probably one of my favorite items in this whole pack here. Love the swatches of this one and the see-through parts in the arm. Just, yeah, very nice. There's also this gorgeous traditional Indian outfit, which I'm honestly not sure what the name of it is. And there are quite a few swatches for this one. Love the variety that is going on here. And there's quite a few Pride-related swatches across this whole pack. Maybe more Pride swatches than in any other DLC thus far. Then there's this bodysuit, which I think is also pretty nice. And then it's just so weird how this uniform for the cake stand owner has multiple swatches, but not the flower one. Cake bias! But this dress, oh my gosh, the swatches on that one is really nice. And this dress is also very beautiful. I think we had something like it in The Sims 3. Not that it's a bad thing to see this again, but yeah, really nice. And I love those last few swatches especially. Just so pretty. I had to take a screenshot specifically of it. Then we got this outfit with the cape, which I find very interesting. And yeah, the ombre and the pride flag one, I don't know. I'm not really feeling the look of that one. It kind of just reminds me of a tent. There's some pride swatches that I think are done really well, but that was not one of them. This dress, though, I think is really nice with one shoulder. And then that's a pretty nice sort of like bridesmaid dress in a variety of different colors. Love the back of it. This dress is also really nice. I'm pretty sure this one has Chinese influence to it. This next dress I think is also really nice. Love the colors for that one as well. And then we have a sari, which I really love the swatches of. And yeah, just overall very nice looking. Glad to have another one of these. I also love the design of this dress where it has like the leaves going down the shoulder as well as the arm there. So I don't know if that's Chinese influenced or not. Then we got this dress. This is really pretty. It actually reminds me of luxury party stuff for some reason. And then we have this dress as well, which I guess is another one for bridesmaids, so that makes sense. Love the back of it. Then this dress is also really nice. I love the sheer in the middle of it. There's another suit, but this one has a corset top underneath, which I think is quite pretty. This dress I think is also very pretty. That's interesting texturing going on there and the patterns. Then we have the suit without the cape at the waist, and this dress is really pretty as well, though I don't like how there's like the middle part that just looks so painted on. Yeah, I wish that could have been better. Of course, we do have a couple of pairs of new shoes, and both of them I think look pretty nice and have a decent amount of swatches for them. Now for the body accessories, some interesting stuff going on here. So we have a couple of bangles, one for each arm, and we also have a pair of gloves. I had to take off her nails because I was like, oops, they actually go right through them. But yeah, I just focus on that dotted one. I think that was interesting. Of course, we do have some wedding rings, and I'm really glad that we do because I'm tired of using the same ones over and over again for my married couples. And there is also a pair of new fingernails. We'll get to them in a little bit. I just wanted to zoom in a bit more on the rings so you can see them better. You know, it actually would be nice if they did add the fingernails camera to the rings so that they are a lot easier to see. Okay, so here's the new nails. I love how they look and some very pretty swatches, but I think they sit a little too low on the fingers. I noticed this as well with the free French tip nails we got in an update, and I think the Carnival Streetwear kit ones also have that same issue, so it would be nice if they were raised a little bit. I thought it was just some sort of issue with the default CC skin I started using very recently, but then later I tested with just the default Maxis skin, and that was still a problem. It was just a little less obvious because the Maxis one is less detailed than the default replacement I'm using. And there's also some new henna tattoos. We have a few of these in the game now, and they are available on both masculine and feminine frames. Though this once again reminds me that the tattoos feel a little out of the way in terms of the user interface, and I don't understand why we don't have a filtering system for these like we do with clothing and hair and just about everything else, really. Moving on to the men's items, we unfortunately only have one hairstyle for them this time around, but the one that we do have, I think looks really nice, and the rings do change their color depending on which hair color you go with. Then we come to the boutonnieres that we talked about earlier, so they are also available on the masculine frame, and I think they once again look pretty nice. And then we move on to the tops. I don't really have a lot to say about these. I think the swatches are pretty nice and they give some more variety, which, yeah, I'm tired of using the same stuff for formal for my men all the time. But I do like the last one a lot, especially with its swatches. And I think the Pride-related ones are done pretty decently. We also have one pair of pants for them, not really too much to write home about, but yeah, at least we do have a bit more for the formal category. For full body outfits, we have that same flower stand uniform with only one swatch, and then we have a pretty nice suit there. This one, I've seen a lot of confusion about it, and I'm right there with them. Definitely seems more like pajamas. Then we have the cake stand uniform. Then we have this outfit right here, which I think is pretty interesting, especially with some of the later swatches. This looks so cool. I love this one. Yeah, the Chinese influence of the dragon. Just, yes, very awesome. And then we have this outfit here, which I think also looks really nice with a bunch of different swatches. And another Chinese-inspired outfit with a bunch of really nice colors. Then we have a pair of suspenders, yeah, with the patterned texture on the bow tie on some occasions. Then we have this Indian wedding outfit that has 3 different variations. So this first one has a turban, and then the second one I think is also with a turban. I'm not as familiar with that one as the first one. But then there is one without any turban at all. I guess with this one being very traditional, like the one we saw on the feminine frame, yeah, it makes sense that it does have the turbans fused to the outfit instead of being separate, and it is good that there are a few choices despite the limitations. Lastly, we have the henna tattoos that are also available on masculine frames. Now let's move on to the children. So for the hairstyles, 4 of them are available under feminine, and then we have the one for masculine. So I am glad that they did manage to convert all of these hairstyles. It is just too bad, like I am missing the days when they got some unique hairstyles instead of them just being all age conversions. Then for the boys, there's just the one outfit unfortunately, but I think it is pretty cute, and I do like the variety of different swatches that are available. The girls don't really have much more. They have 2 outfits instead of just 1. Whoa! But this one is pretty nice. I do like the cutout at the back, and just kind of like the design around the top of the outfit. Has some nice swatches. This one though I really love. I did a double take when I first saw that because I was like, oh yeah, that's a pretty nice cutout too. Oh wait, it's in the shape of a heart, what? And that pride themed one is pretty interesting as well. Lastly, we have the toddlers. So 3 of the hairstyles are available for them. 2 of them for feminine and 1 for masculine. There's also a couple of full body outfits. One is for masculine, which is this one. Yeah, that's really adorable. I do like that. Has a nice variety of swatches as well. And then we have this dress. Has some really shiny material to it. Pretty interesting. So that's basically it for Create a Sim for my wedding stories. Overall, I'd say I was more impressed than I thought I would be, but yeah, it is a shame that once again, masculine and younger age groups don't get a lot of content here. I also wish more hairstyles had been done with the veil attached so that you're not limited to just the one type of hair. On the other hand though, I think there's a lot of nice pieces here, and it is nice that they did cover a few different cultures, and the swatches are really on point for the most part. But yeah, overall, is it my favorite part of the pack? No, I think Tartosa, the world, is my favorite, but yeah, I think there is some pretty decent stuff going on here. But feel free to let me know your thoughts in the comment section below on the Create a Sim items for my wedding stories. And be sure to subscribe if you'd like to keep up with my latest gaming content, including life simulations and more. So I will talk to you all later, and have a great day. Thanks for watching!